Hi everybody, my name is Han, and today I'm going to talk about the online learning and face-to-face learning. As you know that education is always an interesting topic that parents and students are interested in. Some people believe that traditional learning always brings expecting result in learning. However, the number of degrees to the online changing system is become more and more popular in the world. In particular, during the pandemic time, some people predict that online courses will revolutionize the higher education system and may replace traditional courses. So, this author compared the differences between the two learning systems. On the one hand, learning online should be integrated into the education system instead of being studied in person at school. Because of convenience, fast-paced learning, and new experiences. First of all, one of the essential advantages of remote learning is convenience. Instead of having to study in one location, teaching and learning can be at home or anywhere. Even you stay in the bed, in the couch, or in the park. So they do not have to pay the fee for transport stations, or even the online classes fee are not as expensive as the traditional ones. Besides this, instructor and student can connect with each other via email or Zoom meeting. So the second reason is self-organized learning. In order to balance life, students need to learn the way to adjust their schedule. When they can be able to organize their plan, they will not feel like stressed because of having stuff to do at the same time, such as studying and working. Finally, the remote learning helps students to experience a new study method that students can be adapt by using technology for learning targets. Students would feel not boring joining the class which integrate the lesson and games such as Kahoot or Nearpod or the Mentimeter. Otherwise, they feel more enthusiastic in learning. On the other hand, there are some advantages that students can achieve in face-to-face learning, such as communicating with others, gaining stable knowledge, and improving concentration. Firstly, students can communicate with others that more comfortably. Some students believe that they're not they're more like feel confident and easily when they have the conversation in person than through the screen because this is the reality experiences even though they have to follow the pandemic re- restriction such as wearing the mask, using hand sanitizer, or keeping the social distances. Next, getting stable knowledge is necessary for students to absorb the lesson faster. Some students recognize that they only truly understand knowledge when working with their teacher in touch. And lastly, students can improve their uh, like improve their concentrations in lesson. Students will be less distracted on work with their instructor at school instead of laying on the bed and taking the course distractedly. especially in some research. The education may receive around the world after the end of the COVID-19 pandemic. Moreover, the movement towards distance learning is likely to be integrated into the curriculum soon. So students can learn the basic tech skill that's very necessary for them in the future. Especially here you can see the picture that show student follow the restriction that's keeping the mask on the face and keeping the distance, yeah. But in some in other research that says traditional learning provides many of the informal social interacts, but they will be less distracted and more oversized in the traditional one than the online. Besides this, people can get more motivated to focus on their lesson in the school. And the thing is, when a student going to school, they don't need to access the lesson by the internet. So is this kind of learning is independent of local connection. According to the Globe and Mail website, Mr. Malcolm believes that the effectiveness of the classroom technology and the face-to-face lesson are equal. However, in my opinion, I would choose online learning because it is very popular method nowadays, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, right? Not only is major innovation in Canada education, but also over the world. And this new learning education bring many advantages for students that face-to-face may not bring. As I just mentioned above, such as more confidence and comfort, they can build interaction skill with international students, or they can communicate with other by technology. For example, student and teacher can communicate with each other via the email or Zoom meeting. Especially the online courses will be less, the cost of the online learning will be less than the traditional ones. Besides this, students can experience new learning style and practice the knowledge by online tools. Even students can review the course materials repeatedly, and they can have the cooperative learning style such as synchronous and asynchronous, which means they can learn in through the screen with the instructor, or if they don't have time at that moment, they can learn by themselves at when they have free time, kind of that. So in conclusion, an online learning environment during the pandemic through the internet have students experience a new educational system that can be able to capable of creating a modern education and developing in the future, especially the level 050 student, the piece of group students who are experiencing online learning and some students have been learning ESL program for lower level. They can compare which one better for them to achieve their learning purposes. For example, for me, I have been learning ESL program since the level 20 until now. So I already know that which one better for me. Therefore, students can register the learning style that approach them when going to university. And by the way, students should try to participate in online classes, which have many advantages for students during and after the pandemic. Okay, all done. Thank you for listening my presentation.